Picture this. You're in the supermarket, you've already said no to cookies twice, and your toddler is now flat on the floor, screaming like you've ruined their entire life. People are glancing over, your face is hot. You pick them up, hand them your phone, maybe a snack, maybe you promise, "If you just stop, we'll watch Paw Patrol when we get home." It finally works. They calm down, you exhale, and then, a few days later, the exact same thing happens. Only louder, longer, worse. If it feels like you're stuck in a loop of repeating tantrums, you're not a bad parent and your toddler isn't broken. But there is one big mistake almost every loving parent makes that quietly keeps tantrums going, or even makes them bigger over time. Today, we're going to unpack that mistake, why it backfires, and what to do instead so your toddler can still have big feelings, without your whole day being hijacked by meltdowns. Let's start with something important. Tantrums themselves are normal. Little kids' brains are still under construction. The part that feels big emotions is fully online. The part that controls impulses, uses words, and thinks logically is still loading. So when they're hungry, tired, overwhelmed, or told no, those feelings can explode out of their body as screaming, crying, kicking, or flopping on the floor. But here's the key. For many toddlers, tantrums fade as they learn how to cope. For others, they get louder, longer, and more frequent. And the difference often isn't the child. It's the way we respond. So, what is the #1 mistake that keeps tantrums going? It's this: trying to stop every tantrum instead of calmly writing it out. That sounds almost too simple, so let's break it down. Trying to stop every tantrum can look like a lot of different good parenting behaviors. You constantly distract. You see a tantrum coming and immediately jump in with, "Oh look, a truck outside," or "Let's have a snack instead," or "Want to watch something on my phone?" You're always dancing around their frustration, changing the topic, offering something new so they never reach full meltdown. You oversoothe and overtalk. You kneel down, explain and explain and explain. You say, "It's okay, you're fine, don't cry, you're fine, look at mommy, it's okay, stop screaming, we can play later, I promise, please just calm down." You might hold them, rock them, bargain with them, anything that might fix it faster. You rescue by giving in. You say no to candy. Then 5 minutes into the meltdown, you think, "I just can't do this right now," and hand over the candy. Or you said, "We're leaving the park," but when they scream, you say, "Okay, 5 more minutes," just to make it stop. All of this comes from love. You're tired, overwhelmed, and you hate seeing your child upset. You're also human. The problem is what your toddler's brain learns from this pattern. Imagine your toddler as a little scientist. They're constantly noticing what gets me what I want, what gets mom's full attention. If, over time, the biggest, loudest emotions are what bring you closest, extra eye contact, cuddles, explanations, treats, screens, longer time at the park, then their brain quietly links tantrum plus you equals power. Even when you think you're calming them down, their nervous system is learning. Big feeling, big reaction from you. Sometimes I get what I want, and at the very least, I get 100% of your energy. And behavior that gets rewarded, it repeats. That's just how little brains work. There's another hidden cost. When we always rush in to distract or fix, toddlers don't get to practice the life skill of, "I can feel something huge and survive it." They never get to ride the wave of frustration with a calm, grounded adult beside them. We unintentionally teach big feelings are emergencies. Someone needs to make them go away. So what should you do instead? The opposite of that mistake is not ignoring your child or being cold. The opposite is this. You allow the feeling, you keep the boundary. You give calm, low-drama support while their storm passes. Think of yourself as the lighthouse, not the lifeguard. The lifeguard jumps into every wave to drag the swimmer out. The lighthouse stays steady so the ship can find its own way back, safely guided. Here's what that looks like in real life, step by step. Step 1. Catch the real trigger, not just the behavior. Many tantrums are fueled by basic things: hunger, fatigue, overstimulation, transitions, feeling ignored, or being expected to behave beyond their developmental level. Ask yourself, is it close to nap or bedtime? Have they had a snack or meal recently? Has today been loud, busy, or full of new places? Did I just spring a sudden change on them? We're leaving now. Fixing those underlying ingredients, earlier bedtime, snacks in your bag, shorter errands, warning them before transitions, will reduce how many tantrums even start, but they won't prevent them all. And that's okay. Step 2, pause instead of panic. Your toddler starts to escalate. You feel your own heart rate rising. This is the crucial moment where the old habit is to scramble, distract, explain, bribe. Instead, imagine pressing a big invisible slow-motion button. You take a breath, literally one slow inhale through your nose, one long exhale. Remind yourself, this is not an emergency. This is a small human with big feelings. When you anchor yourself first, you've already changed the whole trajectory. Toddlers borrow our nervous systems. If you sink into the chaos, they go deeper. If you stay steady, they have something solid to come back to. Step 3, say less, feel more. During a tantrum, your child's thinking brain is basically offline. Long explanations bounce right off. What does land is your tone, your body language, and a few simple words that show you get it. Instead of, you can't have cookies before dinner. We've talked about this. You know that sugar will make you too hyper, and then you won't sleep, and then tomorrow you'll be cranky. Try, you're mad. You really want cookies now. Short, simple. You're not fixing it. You're not negotiating. You're just naming the feeling and reflecting it back. This alone often softens the intensity because their brain gets the message, someone sees me. I'm not alone in this. Step 4, hold the boundary gently but firmly. This is the part that actually rewires tantrums over time. After you've named the feeling, you calmly restate the limit in as few words as possible. You're mad. You want cookies now. Cookies after dinner. You're upset. You want to stay at the park. It's time to go home. Then you follow through with your body, not more words. You pick them up, carry them out, buckle them into the car seat, or simply stay nearby while they cry on the floor at home. You don't argue, lecture, or offer new deals. Will they scream louder at first? Sometimes, yes. That's not you doing it wrong. That's their brain testing. Wait, the old tricks aren't working. Let me try my biggest performance. If you give in at that peak moment, hand over the cookie, give 5 more minutes, turn on the show. Their brain learns, the louder version works. If you stay calm and consistent, the brain eventually says, I guess this doesn't move the mountain anymore. And the behavior slowly shrinks. Step 5. Offer safe, low-drama comfort. Allowing a tantrum does not mean abandoning your child. You can absolutely stay close and be comforting without making the tantrum more powerful. Depending on your child, that might look like sitting on the floor nearby and saying, I'm right here when you're ready. Holding them if they reach for you without rocking or shushing frantically. Repeating a calm phrase like, you're safe, big feelings are okay, I'm here. The goal is to be emotionally available, but not turning yourself into a circus to make the feelings disappear. If they push you away, you can say, it's okay, I'll give you space. I'll be in the kitchen when you want a hug, and move a little away while still keeping an eye out for safety. Step 6. Reconnect after the storm. Once the tantrum has passed, you'll literally feel their bodies soften. That's your moment to gently reconnect. A sip of water, a cuddle, a quiet, you were really mad, you did it, you calmed your body. This is not the time for long lectures or, see, I told you so. Their brain just did hard emotional work. Celebrate that. If needed, you can briefly remind them of the rule, we don't hit. Next time you're mad, you can stomp or say, I'm mad. What you're doing here is separating the emotion, always okay, from the behavior, sometimes not okay. Kids who learn all feelings are allowed But not all actions grow into adults who can handle stress without exploding or shutting down. Let's walk through a full example. You're at home and your toddler wants the blue cup. The blue cup is in the dishwasher. You hand them the green cup and everything falls apart. Old pattern might be begging them to accept the green cup, digging through the dishwasher to find the blue one, offering juice instead of water, finally turning on a show just to get them to stop screaming and drink something. New pattern could be you take a breath. You really wanted the blue cup. You're so disappointed. You pause, let them cry. You hold up the green cup and calmly say, blue cup is dirty, green cup, or no drink. They scream louder. Maybe they kick. You move anything unsafe out of the way and say, I won't let you hit. You can be mad, but no hitting. You put the cup on the table and sit nearby. They cry it out. Eventually, they reach for the cup or ask for a hug. You reconnect. That was hard. You were very upset about the blue cup. You calmed your body. Now you're ready for your drink. Is this easy? Absolutely not, especially when you're tired, late, or in public. But consistency is what turns this from chaos into a new normal. A quick list of don'ts that sneakily keep tantrums going. Don't negotiate endlessly. 1 more show, 2 more minutes, 3 more crackers. This teaches your toddler that rules are flexible if they protest hard enough. Don't threaten things you won't actually do. If you don't stop, we're never coming back to the park again. Their brain quickly learns you don't really mean it. Don't shame them for having feelings. You're being ridiculous. Big boys don't cry. That just adds guilt on top of overwhelm and can make meltdowns even more intense next time. And some powerful do's instead. Do keep your voice calm and firm. Kids' tantrums are worse when the adults around them explode too. Do prepare for known triggers. Pack snacks, keep errands short, give warnings before transitions like 5 more minutes at the playground, then we're going home. Do build in one-on-one connection time during the day, even 10 minutes of undistracted play, so your toddler's emotional tank isn't running on empty by late afternoon. And finally, know when to get extra help. Most toddlers have tantrums, but if your child's meltdowns are extremely intense, involve a lot of aggression, last a very long time, or happen multiple times every single day, it's worth talking to your pediatrician or a child psychologist. They can help rule out things like developmental delays, anxiety, or sensory challenges and give you more tailored support. So, let's circle back to that supermarket scene. The next time your toddler loses it in aisle 3, your job is not to magically switch off the meltdown. Your job is to be the calm, steady anchor in the middle of it. Instead of diving into frantic fixing, you'll pause, name the feeling, hold the limit. Stay close while the wave passes. In the moment, it might not feel like much, but every time you respond this way, you're quietly teaching your toddler. Your feelings are big, but they're not bigger than my love. You can survive frustration without getting everything you want. And when you fall apart, I don't fall apart with you. I stay right here. That's how tantrums slowly lose their power. Not because you found the perfect trick to stop them instantly, but because your child is learning, step by step, how to handle life when it doesn't go their way, with you as their safe place to land.